Hello everybody and welcome to some Assetto Corsa PS4 gameplay on the channel today, and what we're going to be doing is a 10-lap race at Mugello. This was recorded quite a while back, and I've only just managed to find it and get round to editing it for you guys. So without further ado, let's get underway and see what the race in store holds for us today. So as you can see, the start was the result of being in a public lobby. It happens every single time, and today was no different. I should mention this was recorded quite a while back, before they even came out with a new time model update. So the game, when this was recorded, was actually very different to how it is now. And in some ways that's a good thing, but I think in many ways this version was a lot better. But we're all the way down in P6, which isn't too bad. As we cut forward a bit, we can see we're closing up on this. Will probably be well, we're in P5 now, so someone else spun out in that, but he's had a massive double lockup and he's gone straight off the track, so we don't even need to worry about taking him. I should mention these GT2 cars do have traction control, but they don't have ABS. That's how the factory setting works, so that's how they are in real life. We're closing up to a Ferrari now. That's just gone very wide. We're going to try and make a late move up his inside because he's compromised. He's going to cover that off well, and we're just going to have to sit behind. But this is a podium position potentially, and we're doing well to go away from that turn one incident, and have climbed all the way up to here. Go to look down his inside, and he slams the door in our face. So it's a good effort to him. He's doing pretty well at maintaining his position, but we're coming up to the S's, and there's no room to make an overtake through the S's, so we have to just stick behind him and maybe have a crack up the final corner. But what I think I prefer to do at this point is just focus on getting a better run than him out of here, as we're getting a bit held up by him braking mid-corner. But now we should get a better exit than him and have a bit of slipstream, and hopefully this Corvette C7 engine will easily be able to carry us across the inside. It looks like he's going to cover the inside line, so it looks like we're going to have to go to the outside line is what we're doing. We're doing about 160 miles an hour as we reach the braking board, which is now, and he's tried to outbrake us, but in doing that he's had a massive lockup just like the BMW we saw not long ago, and unfortunately for him he's lost that battle by trying to outbrake me, and I broke on the limit. So if you broke later than I did, then you wasn't going to make the corner. So here we are then, jumping onto position 3, lap 4, and we can see a battle for the lead. These are the 3 leaders up here. We finally caught up to them, having a battle of death, and it looks like one of them's gone for a spin, so that's one taken care of already. We don't even really need to worry about it. So it looks like ahead of us we have got a BMW M3, and we can see in the gravel we have got another Corvette just like us. So we're going to have to try and pass these guys if we want to win today, and it looks like these guys have been quite consistent up until now, you know, of course. Oh my goodness, Ferrari rejoining the track just a bit unsafely, and you can see the BMW's had a lockup. That's compromised the Corvette. He had to get out of it. He tried to go around the outside but had to get out of it, but now he's going to try and do to the BMW what we did to the Ferrari, but it looks like the BMW was weaving a bit to try and prevent that from happening. Look at him, they're going to the inside. Now he's going to try and go around the outside just like we did. So here we go then, racing down to turn 1, and it looks like the BMW's just got the top speed on that Corvette, and he can't really find a way past as a result of that. As we break into turn 1, he's going to go up the inside now. Bit of a lockup from the Corvette, compromised his run a bit, but good effort, fair play to the BMW, who's managed to hold on this long. Another lockup from the BMW, and we can see that's red. That's blue. The red car and the blue car had a race. All red wants to do is stuff his face. Everything he sees, from trucks to prickly trees, but smart old blue, he took the Milky Way. Unfortunately for us, we're the red car, so the blue car's got the advantage. of taking the Milky Way in this race, but we'll see what he can do, because he's got to get past the BMW first. He's got to find a way of getting past that Beamer before we can have our do battle, and he's actually got a really good run, and oh, contact, and he sent the BMW, sorry, flying off into the gravel, and well, he needed to get rid of him, and they did exactly that. To be fair to him, I don't think that was intentional. I just think the physics, especially the crash physics of this game, are a bit on the PS4 side, so any tap, and it's like the side pod glitch from the F1 games in this game. It's a bit naff in that respect. We can see there's a lap car having another double lockup and going straight on, and we can see already the lot of casual players who you know, obviously don't do a lot of sim racing are struggling with the ABS massively. And I will admit I was struggling a little bit too, but nothing like double lock-up straight off the track kind of stuff. You'll hear a tyre squeal now and again from the front left or front right locking up, but it is quite tricky because I usually race with ABS is the only thing I tend to race with. All the other raids, and look at this weaving. This is, you know, weaving is banned in motorsport if you already didn't know. So he's looking. We've got a yellow flag when it's turn 1, so I can't wait to say, oh my goodness, the lag is absolutely incredible, and we just missed the blue car. Oh my goodness, that, and now he's flashing me. I don't know why he's flashing me as if that was my fault, but Jesus Christ, that lag was absolutely phenomenal, and that's part and parcel of being in a public lobby once again. Bloody hell, I mean, I've seen lag that bad before, but it never gets easier to see. It's absolutely terrifying. Luckily for us, it gave us the advantage, and we now lead the race here in Mugello. With 4 laps to go, we've got to battle off this this blue Corvette. So now it really is the red car and the blue car had a race, because he's going to try to stay to the gearboxes as much as possible. So we're going to try our best to break away from him. But this guy, from what I can tell, had been in this lobby all day, because obviously it does a race and then it'll cycle on to another race and it'll keep going like that, and he's been in here for quite some time, I believe. So this was my first race of the day, and considering I don't play this game much, I wasn't expecting much. And if I win, I'll be honest, if I win, I'll be surprised, because this guy was a lot faster than me on this day, so it was a bit tough to keep him behind. But we'll see what we can do. Excuse me, that's not very professional. Well, what's going on then? We're coming into the final corner, and you can hear we've had a lock-up and gone slightly wide, but that means we were able to turn inside tightly to get a better exit. And we've both got about the same exit, as you can see, as we're coming onto the start-finish straight now. We're going to run up to the line, and that will trigger 3 laps to go, and it looks like we're going to hold him off into turn 1, because he just didn't get the exit and wasn't able to close up. And we've got another yellow flag, so I'm hoping there's not a carbon copy of what happened last lap. Not sure why it was a yellow flag, because for whatever reason there's nothing there. For some reason our car menu flashed up as if we damaged something there. I mean, we locked up, so maybe it was referencing the tyre being damaged, but I don't know, that one's a bit weird. We continue going on there, and we're getting on the grass. We're really pushing to stay ahead on our delta. You can see our lap delta there, we're about 7 tenths faster than we have been, so we're really pushing to try to stay ahead of this guy in this car. So good effort to the guy behind us. He's very quick indeed, and he's really making us work for this victory if we want him. Respect to the guy. Like I said, this was recorded a long time ago, and we actually messaged each other after the race, complimenting each other, should I say, on the clean race, because in a public lobby, to have a good race such as this, it's very, very rare. It's usually half the time I would have. Oh my goodness, he got a bit hot on the brakes there and gave us a tap, but it wasn't intentional. But for example, if it was a typical public lobby racer, he wouldn't have even tried to brake there, for example. And it looks like he's getting close to us on the brakes, so it looks like his car is a bit more comfortable on the brakes. I don't know if he's running a setup of some kind. It's entirely possible. Setups are completely allowed, but you know, me not playing this game, I didn't have a clue, so I thought, you know what, stuff it, let's go in on what we've got. He tries to look down our inside to the final corner, but we're not going to give him the opportunity, and he gets very close to us mid-corner as we're closing up on a BMW, and I don't think this guy's waiting for us. He's actually going to pull off into the pits, yeah, just to get out of our way. So there is some good in the world. There is some good in the world of public lobbies. I'll give them that. But it's just very rare to find. But he is all up our slipstream, and he's going to look. We're going to cover the inside. There's no way I'm making it that easy for him. He's going to try and look around the outside, and it looks like he kind of backed out of it. He tries to get a bit more confident on the brakes to go around the outside, but he's actually going to try the switchback in which we see him coming. So we try to get the exit on the outside, which turns to the inside for this next corner. We can force him out here. We'll have the inside for this corner, which is exactly what we do. And great stuff. The BMW that I was taken out earlier is setting fastest laps of the race, so it's a shame. It would have been nice to see him in this race, but unfortunately that's the way it goes. Sometimes these two just bang doors, and well, yeah, you all saw how that ended. So we managed to fend off the first of his attacks. It was a good attack. He tried the switchback. It was quite clever, because I thought he would have just tried a simple around the outside move, but no, he went for the switchback, and if I didn't see it coming, it would have been very effective. So I'm quite happy that I managed to dissect what he was doing. The minute I saw him go to the outside but not actually brake later than me, I knew he was doing the switchback, because that's how you do. You brake earlier on the outside, and he's a lot more confident in the brakes into that sector. I don't really know this track a lot. Like I said, the only game I've played Pagello on is Assetto Corsa, so this is not my first experience with the track, but obviously this is my first game experience, so I've only driven it a handful of times. So it's a bit of a tricky circuit. But regardless, we are trying to fend him off for 2 more laps, and I don't even need to do any further cutting in this video, because we can just see how close it is. And he's right up our gearbox again. This time he's going to go for an aggressive move down the inside. He's not, he actually backs out of it. So I think he's going to go for a switchback again. We go a little bit wide. It's not really a switchback friendly corner, so he's not really going to be able to get anything from that. We say ahead for now, but for sure he has got a better exit than us out of the corner that time, because he kind of forced our hand to try and get back tight to cut off the undercut. So very smart thinking by him, and it's as close as he can get. He's really going to force it down the inside. He's going to make it so we have to take the outside line. There's no way that we could. I'm going to try to switch back on him, I think. No, but he covers it off, so I have to try mount an attack around the outside, which is what I'm doing, and I'm now going to throw it back up the inside, a little bit of a front left lockup, force him wide, which compromises him for the next corner, but he's got the inside line regardless. Going to try go for the switchback now as he goes a little bit wide, but he's got the job done. But we have got the better run on him into the next corner, but with no ABS I didn't feel confident in throwing it back down his inside, because I would have just locked up and unfairly, you know, rammed into the side of him and taken the both out. And we had a good little battle, but we could still get back past him, because it's lap 9 of 10 and we're still right with him. So we can what we'll have to do now is try and analyse where he's weaker than us, and try and bring that to our advantage. But you can see he's just got more turning and more grip, more confidence in the car, so I think he's running a setup as opposed to us. And of course, you all heard the song He Took the Milky Way, and we everything, but he's gone wide. He's gone astronomically wide. He got really hot on the brakes into that corner. I told you all race, he's actually been a lot more deeper on the brakes into that corner than we were, and maybe it looked like we were optimal on the brakes and he was pushing too hard, because he's just gone straight on and give us the win back effectively. We'll have 1 more lap to go after this, but he's given the favour back to us as he a pressure under mistake, and now we really got to fight for it. He goes down the inside. Nothing I can do about that. I tried a switchback, but he gives us a tap on the way by, which made it a bit difficult. But regardless, I think the switchback is very much on. As we're now side by side, we're going to be racing down the start-finish strip into turn 1. If you could just see on the rear view screen of the Corvette, you could just see that BMW closing in on us from this battle as well. So I don't think he'll catch us in time, but he's certainly got a front row seat. What we're going to have to do, surely I'll have to try and do a switchback. I brake a little bit early on the outside to try and let him take the inside line and get the switchback, but he's very clever in doing that. We can try and get the switchback now, but it looks like he's got the inside line for the next corner, which makes it very difficult to mount a challenge at all. And this guy is very composed. He managed to come back after his mistake. Look at him using all the track and some more there, really pushing it to the very, very limits of the circuit. And this guy is good. I will give this guy credit where it's due. He has driven an absolutely stellar race. On terms of consistency, I think we were better, but an outright pace and setup, I think he mastered it today. So good effort to him. But regardless, I wanted to make this video today, guys, to just, I mean, I found it, obviously it's been on my hard drive for as long as I can remember, but I want to show that not every lobby is bad. A lot of people say that the only way to enjoy online racing games is league racing, and in many respects I agree with that, but like I say, you can find public talent, and maybe that's a good way to recruit people for your league if you're trying to make one. Like, if I could, I would have definitely recruited him for the ISR leagues that I host, because he's an incredible racer, incredibly fair, and I really enjoyed my time battling with him. We got the BMW closing, but he won't catch us. But I probably would have invited him too. But the three of us had a good battle throughout the race, and I guess it's just fair to say never give up on public lobbies. I mean, they may be an absolute shambles, but when you have fun races, it's quite great to race against someone you've never met before. We've seen a car. Nice of him to actually stop in the gravel instead of piling back on. But he's going to take the win here at Mugello. We're going to come home second, but what a battle. The red car and the blue car had a race. And look, old Blue, he took the Milky Way and takes the win. So great effort by him, and he's flashing his lights behind us in celebration. Maybe that's a good race symbol from him. But it was really good, guys. And yeah, thank you ever so much for watching. And until next time, see you in the next video. Ha ha ha!